Hazem Raed is afraid for his little brother Salah.
Is this war gonna end any day?
The 28-year-old Palestinian has been living in Istanbul for several years, but his siblings and parents are in Gaza.
Hi, Mom, how are you?
Every time he tries calling, he's afraid they won't answer.
You can't imagine the conditions they live in. Sometimes it's hard to believe. There's nothing to eat. They're practically surviving on canned food brought in as aid. On top of that, the bombings continue. There's no sense of security. Anything can happen at any moment.
Hazem shows us the street in Gaza where he grew up. He hardly recognizes it.
This is the after.
Almost a year into the war between Israel and Hamas, ceasefire negotiations have so far led nowhere. Hazem often feels helpless, but here in Turkey he also senses a lot of solidarity.
Turkey is one of the countries that provides the most aid to the Palestinians, and this is well known. But we expect more from Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. We want more support for the Palestinian people.
The Turkish president is among the fiercest critics of Israel's military offensive in Gaza, launched after the October 7th terror attack by Hamas. Erdogan has likened Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to Adolf Hitler and praised Hamas, which is classified as a terror organization by multiple entities, as a, quote, liberation group.
Turkey stands with Palestine during these difficult days of fighting for survival. It is Turkey that takes the clearest and strongest action against Israel's genocidal policies.
This kind of rhetoric, analysts say, doesn't go well with efforts to broker peace, something Ankara has aspired to do.
Turkish policymakers have worked hard to position Turkey as a mediator between Hamas and Israel. That policy didn't work, and eventually Turkey found itself isolated, locked out of the diplomatic negotiations, largely because of its pro-Hamas stance, which has damaged Turkey's credibility in the eyes of Israel.
In recent months, the Turkish government has tried to pile pressure on Israel. It has officially suspended bilateral trade and applied to join South Africa's genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice.
Erdogan has openly criticized Western nations for their complicity in this conflict through their unwavering support for Israel, and he aims here to rally the international community, particularly the quote-unquote global south and the Muslim world, around the Palestinian issue, and he aims to position himself as the champion of global justice here.
But that's not enough for some in Turkey. These protesters believe that Ankara should introduce more sanctions against Israel.
The government is expressing its solidarity with Palestine only in words. It's not enough to just talk about our Muslim brothers or say we feel their pain. These are just words.
Far away from Gaza, Hazem Raed doesn't really know what it takes to stop the war. He worries about his family and hopes there will finally be a ceasefire, no matter how it comes about.